Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. Today we are going to have a DTRS session, which stands for Daily Takkar Rapid Series session. In the DTRS session, we cover at least 10 questions every day, and these questions are from the current affairs sources. So if you are attending the DTRS session regularly, you will keep in pace with the current affairs that are happening. Right? So let us quickly discuss the topics today, and today we are going to discuss the lead topic as well, which is radiocarbon dating technique. So let us see the articles that we are going to cover in today's discussion, and apart from this we have included a quotation, right? So this quotation actually is included, right? One quotation is actually included on a regular basis so that you develop deep understanding about some of the most important things that happen, right? And not only this, you can use these quotations in the essay paper as well as in ethics paper. So this says the highest result of education is tolerance. This is rightly said by Helen Keller. Why tolerance is the highest result of education? Because the people who are more educated, because the people who understand more, they are the ones who are more tolerable. They are the ones who tolerate let's say like various issues, because they understand about multiple factors related to a particular issue, right? And you might have noticed as well that those people who are less educated, so they tend to jump into conclusion, and they tend to, let's say like, take some decisions that are not fully considered upon, right? So this is important for us to understand that the highest result of education is tolerance. Okay, this is the thing. So with this, let us see the list of topics that we are going to cover, right? So here we are going to cover these topics today. It says radiocarbon dating technique. We are going to understand about it. We will understand Red Sea port of Berbera. So we will understand where is the seaport of Berbera located. Then we are going to understand about the 30-30 biodiversity target, which is going to be a very good topic. Then we are going to discuss about the Central Vigilance Commission. Then we are going to understand about the application supported by blocked amount. So we will understand what is this topic all about. It was recently in news. This was in news with reference to the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Then we are going to discuss about the Kolawai Lake and various other lakes that have been in news. Then we are going to discuss about some of the major tribes that are in India. Then we will learn about the Finance Commission. Then we will understand tsunami waves, and also we are going to understand about Lithium Triangle. Okay, so let us quickly move to understand these topics one by one. So this is the first topic that we are going to discuss. It says, with reference to radiocarbon dating technique, consider the following statements. Okay, they have given 3 statements related to radiocarbon dating technique. So let us quickly understand what do we mean by radiocarbon dating technique. Okay, this is going to be a very important topic, which is radiocarbon dating technique. So what is this radiocarbon dating technique? Basically, using the radiocarbon dating technique, we identify the date, we identify basically the age of a fossil, right? Age of a fossil or an organism that has once lived. For example, using radiocarbon dating technique, we identify the age of fossils. You might have, let's say, heard about that this is the age of dinosaur. Dinosaur used to live on the planet Earth these many years before. So those kind of things are identified using radiocarbon dating technique. So what they do, radiocarbon dating technique is also known as C14, right, dating technique. So using this technique, we can identify the age of any fossil fuel that have once lived, right? Using this technique, only age of living organisms can be identified, whether they are living now or they have lived in the past, right? Dead organisms can also be identified. But when it comes to identifying the fossils, when it comes to identifying, let's say age of a stone and all, radiocarbon dating technique does not work. There we have another dating technique that is known as radiometric dating. Okay, it is known as radiometric dating. So that's a different technique altogether. Okay, so based on this question has been asked. So let us see this question, right? We will go through 3 statements. It says it is used to determine approximate age of an object. This is right. It can be employed for only those objects which contain organic material. This is also right. This technique is useful only for those entities which are currently living. This is wrong. It says, like, using this technique we can identify the approximate age of those objects that are currently living, entities that are currently living. This is wrong. We can also identify, right? We can also identify age of those entities that have once lived, means like, that contain some organic material. So how many of the above statements are correct? Only 2 of the above statements are correct. Then we have a previous year question from here. It says, which of the following sets of elements was primarily responsible for the origin of life on earth, right? Origin of life on earth. So it was carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. Okay, carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. So they were responsible for origin of life on earth. Related to this, various theories are available, right? Carbon, why it is important? Because carbon is the fundamental element in a living organism, right? And if I talk about hydrogen, why hydrogen was important? Because using hydrogen, let's say, like, we were able to form water, means like water was formed because of the presence of hydrogen and oxygen. And then nitrogen is the most abundant element on the atmosphere, right? 78% of atmospheric gases is constituted by nitrogen only. Okay, that's the thing. So with this, let us now quickly move to another topic. So this is topic number 2. It says, consider the following ports recently seen in the news. So here they have given name of few ports. What are ports? Ports are those places that are located near to the ocean region or sea region. So these are those places that are connected with land and they are also connected with water. So ports are important for harboring of ships, right? Harboring of maritime ships and also harboring of, let's say, like, naval ships as well as cargo ships, right? So here some of the ports have been mentioned and they have mentioned about the name of countries where these ports are located. So the thing is, one of the port was recently in news, which is Port of Berbera. So Port of Berbera is located in Somalia. Okay, so it is located in Somalia. And there are 2 countries in the Horn of Africa. Horn of Africa means when we talk about this portion of Africa, right? The northeastern portion of Africa. Here Horn of Africa, we have a country which is Somalia, right? And we have a country over here, Ethiopia. So Ethiopia was earlier dependent on Djibouti. Djibouti is a country located in this place. It was earlier dependent on Djibouti for port related things. But recently what has happened in the Red Sea region, here we have Red Sea, right? In the Red Sea region, some people are attacking all the cargo ships that are passing through. Who are those people who are attacking? They are people from Yemen. They are, let's say, a group of, let's say, like, insurgents. Basically, they are attacking on these things. Houthi rebels, they are known as Houthi rebels. So that's why Ethiopia has come into a kind of contract with Somalia, and Somalia has allowed Ethiopia to use Port of Berbera for shipping purposes. Okay, that's the thing. So that's why this place was in news. And if we talk about Sylhet, okay, Sylhet, this was in news. It is located in Bangladesh. This is also in news. When we talk about Wajima, it is located in Japan. Okay, this is located in Japan. It is not in Myanmar. Why Wajima port is in news? Because recently a massive earthquake of the magnitude of around 7.6 Richter scale affected this particular Wajima port. So that's why it was in news. So this is wrong. First part is wrong. Second and third are correctly matched. So only 2 of them are correctly matched. Answer is option B. With this, let us now go to see the previous year question, UPSC previous year question. Okay, this question is also related to ports. UPSC has asked questions related to ports in the past as well. Here they have given name of the port, right? And then on the right side, they have mentioned that why these ports are well known for, right? What are the reasons that these ports are well known? One of the port they have mentioned is Kamaraja Port. Okay, so Kamaraja Port is the first major port in India registered as a company. This is right. Then Munda Port. Munda Port is the largest privately owned port in India. This is also right. Then third one, Vishakhapatnam, largest container port in India. This is wrong. Okay, this is not the largest container port in India. So correct answer is only two of the above pairs are correctly mentioned. So to understand about various ports, you need to locate the major ports in India, right? Major ports. Generally, the ports are located in the coastal region, right? Ports are located in the coastal region in the country. Okay, they are located in the coastal region. Okay, like that. So ports are located over here. They are located over here. There are many places ports are located. Identify the major ports in the country. Around 13 major ports are there, and there are many small ports as well. So identify the ports, go through a map that are related to ports, and you will be able to identify the various ports in the country. Identify their, let's say, like, reasons also why these ports are in news. So here I discussed about the port of Berbera. Here you see port of Berbera. Port of Berbera is, let's say, like, mentioned over here. This is. And this is Somaliland, and port of Berbera belongs to Somalia, and Ethiopia is a landlocked country. Basically it's not landlocked, but the thing is over here, let's say Djibouti is another country. Djibouti has access to the ports, but since, like, the ports and some other things are under attack because of Houthis, so the thing is Ethiopia has contacted Somalia, and they have agreed that Somalia is going to give access to this port to Ethiopia. Right, this is the thing. And Sylhet, which is also a port region, so it is basically, like, located very near to northeast India. Although this is part of Bangladesh, but, like, it is very near to northeast India, and government of India and government of Bangladesh, they have together decided that Bangladesh is going to give access to this port to India. That's the thing. So that's why it is in news. And this Vajima port or Vajima city, this let's say an earthquake has affected over here. In this news article they have mentioned 7.5 let's say, like, magnitude, but the thing is, like, this has, let's say, affected a huge number of people, and also like, it has affected infrastructure in that particular port. Earthquake has hit there. Okay, so now we have another question. It is this question says the 30-30 biodiversity target. What? 30-30 biodiversity target, sometimes seen in the news, is an initiative which has been launched by. Okay, so here they are asking about the 30-30 initiative. So those people who have heard about or learned about 30-30 initiative, so this has been launched by the Convention on Biological Diversity, CBD. So what is this 30-30 initiative all about? This 30-30 initiative is a kind of global target that was set under the Convention on Biological Diversity. They want to protect 30% of the planet Earth by 2030. Okay, it is a global target to protect 30% of the planet for nature by 2030. So that's why it is known as 30-30 initiative. This initiative has been included in the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework and was agreed on the Convention on Biological Diversity at COP15. Okay, so that's why this 30-30 was in news. Now let us discuss about a previous year question. This question has been asked by UPSC in 2018. It says, momentum for change, climate neutral now. Momentum for change, climate neutral now is an initiative launched by, so it is launched by the UNFCCC Secretariat. What is UNFCCC? UNFCCC stands for United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So this is the, let's say, UNFCCC. It is a convention related to climate change, and under this convention they conduct conference of parties every year. Right? They conduct conference of parties every year. The conference of party that was held in 2015, under that they have agreed to Paris Agreement. And recently they have held Conference of Party 28, COP28. This was held in Dubai, right? This was held in Dubai. And here they have adopted Dubai Consensus. Here they have, let's say, like, for the first time, they have released Global Stocktake Report. And not only this, in the Dubai Consensus, they have also operationalized the loss and damage fund. Okay, so this is related to current affairs, related to United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. But the correct answer is option C over here. With this, let us now move to another question. This is question number 4. This question is related to, let's say, a body, right? A body. So it says, consider the following statements regarding Central Vigilance Commission, CVC. You might have heard about the name of CVC many a times, right? Central Vigilance Commission. You might have heard about its name many a times. Now, what they have done, they have asked a question on this topic. Okay, they have asked a question related to Central Vigilance Commission. So let's discuss about this commission. It says it is an independent body which is only responsible to the Parliament, right? Second, it presents its report annually to the Union Government. Third, the commission was given statutory status in 1964. This is wrong. Okay, this many statements in this article are wrong. Why? Because when we talk about the Central Vigilance Commission, it presents its report annually to not to the Union Government, but it presents its report to the President of India. Okay, President of India. This commission was, let's say, constituted in the year of 1964, but it was not given a statutory status in 1964. It was given a statutory status in the year of 2003. Okay, 2003 it got a statutory status, and it is an independent body which is only responsible to the Parliament. Now, this particular statement may be little bit confusing to many of the people, but this particular body is only responsible to the Parliament, right? So if you go to the CVC, let's say, constituting document, you will understand about this. You can also go to the website of CBC to learn about it. However, CBC presents its report annually to the President of India. Okay, that's the thing. So how many of the above are correct? Only one of the statement is correct, which is answer A. Now let us talk about this question. UPSC has asked this question in the year of 2006. Let's see. Which one among the following commissions was set up in pursuance of a definite provision under the article of the Constitution of India, under an article of the Constitution of India? So it is the Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India is a constitutional body, right? There are specific articles in the Constitution of India. I think article 315 to 324. So many articles are there that especially talks about the Election Commission of India. Means what will be the nature of this body, what will be the responsibility, who is going to appoint the, let's say, the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners, what will be the condition of service of these bodies. So many of these things are mentioned in the Constitution of India itself. So there is a definite provision in an article of the Constitution of India related to the Election Commission of India. And Election Commission of India is in news again. Why? Because the Government of India means through the Parliament of India, they have passed a law which has become an act, and this particular law is related to appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners, and their, let's say, tenure of service, and who is going to be constitute that body who are going to recommend the appointment of Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioner. Okay, so for that purpose it is in news, and this has been criticized also, right? Now let us talk about another article. This article is related to the secondary market in the country. Okay, basically when we talk about the Securities and Exchange Board of India, so it's a regulatory body of the primary and secondary market in the country. So related to that, this topic is in news. It says, recently the Securities and Exchange Board of India approved a framework for applications supported by blocked amount like facility being made available to investors. In this context, which of the following statements best describe the ASBA? ASBA is application supported by blocked amount. Application supported by blocked amount. So now let us understand this. What is this? It may seem to be little difficult for many of you. So now what happens when we talk about the securities market, right? When we talk about securities market in the country. Securities market in the country, basically, like you might have heard about two names. One is National Stock Exchange. Second is, let's say, Bombay Stock Exchange. You might have heard about it. Many companies are listed over here. Okay, so like these stock exchange have listed companies. Okay, listed companies. Listed companies means those companies that were publicly listed whose shares are traded over here. So what listed companies do? Listed companies generally issue the initial public offering. This is known as IPO. IPO means these listed companies want to, let's say, like, raise money from the market. These companies are willing to, let's say, like, sell shares of the company, right, in the market. So they issue IPO, initial public offering. And when they go for IPO listing, right, so IPO listing happens, let's say, like, so there is a regulatory body which is SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. SEBI has set up rules how IPO can be launched by these countries, by these companies, listed companies that are listed with National Stock Exchange or Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange in the country. So these IPOs are, let's say, like, subscribed by, these IPOs are purchased by subscribers. Basically, they are considered to be investors, right? They are investors. So investors want to purchase the shares of this company. So SEBI has set up rules that, like, if there is an individual investor, retail investor, how many shares that investor can, let's say, register to purchase from this company. If there is an institutional investor, how many shares they can purchase, right, as part of IPO listing. So similarly, if there is an investor, this investor, if they want to, let's say, like, they want to purchase the shares, they need to, let's say, like, basically they need to have funds in their bank. Okay, funds in their bank. And when they are making an application for purchasing the shares under IPO, so these companies make it available that, like, we are going to launch our IPO on this particular date. Those people who are willing, they can purchase it. So like those investors who want to purchase these IPOs, what they do? They need to have funds in their bank, and when they make an application, right, when they make an application for purchasing of let's say IPO, or like, they want to subscribe for IPOs, so the amount that is there in their bank, it will get blocked for some time. It will get blocked for some time, maybe a day or two, right, while IPO are being issued by this one of the listed companies. So once the IPO is allocated to that person, the money will go from the account of the person to the, like, to the company that is actually issuing the IPO. And if it is not issued to that person, that amount will be returned back. That amount will go back to the, let's say, bank account of that person. So related to this, what SEBI has come up with, application supported by blocked amount. It means, like, if you want to subscribe to an IPO, your amount will be blocked, okay, for some time while IPO is being issued. If IPO is being issued to you, your amount will be debited from your account. If it is not issued to you, it will not be debited from your account. That's the thing, right? So it is an application. What is this IPO? Like, what is this application supported by blocked amount? It is an application containing an authorization to block the application money in the bank account for subscribing to an initial public offering. Okay, so here they have given the detail related to what is this application supported by blocked amount. Now we have a previous year question that was asked by UPSC in 2021. It says, with reference to India, consider the following statements. They have given 2 or 3 statements. Retail investors through demat account. Demat means dematerialized accounts. So those people who want to, let's say, like, trade in shares in the stock market, so they need to create a dematerialized account, right? Demat account. So there are many stock brokers in the country. We have Zerodha, we have, let's say, HDFC Securities, we have 5paisa, we have many such brokers in the country. So retail investors through demat accounts can invest in treasury bills and Government of India debt bonds in the primary market. This is right. This is right. Treasury bills are securities that are issued by the government of India when government of India needs money, right? Generally T-bills are issued for period more than 91 days. Okay, that's the thing. Second, a negotiated dealing system order matching is a government securities trading platform of the Reserve Bank of India. This is also right. The CDSL, Central Depository Services Limited, is jointly promoted by Reserve Bank of India and the Bombay Stock Exchange. Here Reserve Bank of India does not play a role. CDSL is a depository, right, of the securities that are traded into the stock market. So we do have CDSL and NSDL, okay, National Securities Depository Limited, which is known as NSDL, and we have CDSL, Central Depository Services Limited. Okay, so the thing is they are not promoted by the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, that's the thing. So only 1 and 2 are correct. Option B is the right answer in this case. So those of you who have some interest in the stock market, they would be able to understand that question. Otherwise, you need to learn a lot on this topic. Now we have another question. On one side they have mentioned name of lakes, on the other side they have mentioned name of states where these lakes are located. Okay, on one side there are lakes, on the other side there are name of states. Okay. Now it says consider the following pairs. Here lakes, states. They have mentioned Belandur, Kolavai, Koleru. Okay, Belandur, Kolavai, Koleru. So the thing is, this Koleru lake is located in Andhra Pradesh, Kolavai is located in Tamil Nadu, Belandur is not located in Karnataka, Kerala, it is located in Karnataka. Alright, so first is incorrect, second is incorrect, third is incorrect. All the three are incorrect, okay. So Koleru lake is located in Andhra Pradesh, Kolavai is in Tamil Nadu, but the thing is it is incorrectly matched. Correct answer means how many of the above pairs are correctly matched? None. Option D is the right answer in this case. Now let us see this question, previous year question. Here they say consider the following pairs. On one side they have given name of reservoirs, on other side they have given name of states. Reservoirs means dams, right? Dams where we store water. Why do we store water? So that we can generate hydroelectricity, right? So that's why we store water. And not only this, water is stored so that water does not flow to the lower riparian state, because it may cause flooding as well. So there are many purposes of reservoirs, and here they have given name of reservoirs, and along with the name they have mentioned about, let's say name of the states where they belong to. So if we talk about Ghataprabha reservoir, okay, so Ghataprabha reservoir is basically, let's say, reservoir and dam. It is let's say located in the state of Karnataka. Okay, it is located in the state of Karnataka, and we do have a river also, which is a right bank tributary of Krishna river. Okay, that's the thing, but it flows through Karnataka and Maharashtra. Okay, so first one is wrong. Now second one, they say Gandhi Sagar. Okay, Gandhi Sagar. Gandhi Sagar is also located in Karnataka. Okay, not in Madhya Pradesh. Third, they have mentioned about Indra Sagar. Indra Sagar is, let's say Indra Sagar dam is part of Narmada river. It flows through Madhya Pradesh. Okay, Indra Sagar flows through Indra Sagar reservoir is located in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Then we have Maithon. Okay, Maithon, and Maithon is not located in Andhra Pradesh, in Chhattisgarh. Maithon is located in Jharkhand. Where? In Jharkhand. So it says how many pairs given above are not correctly matched. How many pair given above are not correctly matched. Okay, that's the thing. So the thing is, we need to identify how many of them are not correctly matched. Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. Then we have Chhattisgarh, which is Jharkhand. None of them are correctly matched. Here they have mentioned only 3 pairs, but I think all the 4 pairs are not correctly matched, because Gandhi Sagar is also located in Karnataka. Okay, that's the thing. So cross check this particular question, previous year question, right? Then we have another question which is, let's say, it says consider the following pairs. On one side they have given names of major tribes, right? In India we have many tribal groups, and also Government of India has created a list which is known as particularly vulnerable tribal groups. In that list we have, let's say, list of 75 tribes, and these are some of the vulnerable tribal groups in the country. Vulnerable tribal groups are those groups where the population are on a declining trend. Okay, they are not connected with the mainland India the way that other people are connected. Okay, so there are many criteria for selecting tribes. Here on one side they have given name of tribes, on the other side they have given name of states or union territories where they are located, right? So first they say Warli tribes, okay, Warli tribes. So Warli tribes are not located in Jharkhand, okay, Warli tribes are located in the state of Maharashtra, okay, and Gujarat. Warli tribes are located in some part of Gujarat, plus they are located in Maharashtra, okay. Why Warli tribes are in news? Because of many reasons. One of the important reason is that like some of the Warli tribal people are apprehensive about a government scheme that was, let's say, recently announced by Maharashtra government. This is, let's say, Maharashtra government wants to create Shivaji Museum project, and the Warli tribe people are fearful that because of this project their houses may be uprooted, means like, you know, they may be resettled somewhere else, or they may have to abandon their own place. So that's why this was in news. Now when we talk about Todas tribe, okay, Todas are not located in Maharashtra, right? Todas are not located in Maharashtra. Todas are located in Tamil Nadu, okay, they are located in the state of Tamil Nadu. Then we have Riang tribe, it is located in Tripura, okay, it is in Tripura. Then we have Onje tribe, they are located in Andaman and Nicobar Island. So only two of the above pairs are correctly matched. Option B will be the right answer. Then we have another question. It says, consider the following statements about particularly vulnerable tribal groups, PVTGs in India. I discussed about it just in the beginning of today's like this question's discussion. It says PVTGs reside in 18 states and 1 union territory. This is factually correct. A stagnant or declining population is one of the criteria for determining PVTGs. That's also correct. There are 95 PVTGs. This is wrong. There are 75 particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Irregular and Konda Reddy tribes are included in the list of PVTGs. This is also right. So correct answer is 1, 2 and 4. Okay. 1, 2 and 4 are right answer. So with this, let us now move to another question. This is question number 8 for the day. Let us discuss about this question. It says, with reference to the Finance Commission, consider the following statements. We have been given 3 statements. And these 3 statements are related to Finance Commission. Why we have included a question on Finance Commission? It is because recently the government has decided the chairman of the 16th Finance Commission. So far we have had only 15 Finance Commissions, and now 16th Finance Commission is going to be constituted because they have decided who is going to be the chairman of the 16th Finance Commission. It is Arvind Pangaria. Okay, he has been a member of the Niti Aayog also, and he has been a professor of one of the international universities, right, which is based, let's say, outside India. I think it is in USA. So let us go through these 3 statements. It says it is constituted by the President under Article 154 of the Constitution. This is wrong. Finance Commission is constituted under Article 280 of the Constitution of India. First statement is wrong because it is factual thing, but like, you know, whenever Finance Commission comes, we learn about articles of the Constitution. Article 280 of the Constitution talks about Constitution of the Finance Commission. Then second, it says the first Finance Commission was constituted through a presidential order. That's also right. Okay, first Finance Commission was set up long back. So I'm going to discuss about the name of the date also of the first Finance Commission. It was set up on 22nd of November 1951 under the chairmanship of K.C. Nyogi on 6th April 1952. So far 15 Finance Commission have been set up. So this statement is right. Third, It involves redressing the vertical imbalances between taxation powers and expenditure responsibilities of the center and state government respectively. Okay, this is also correct. Okay, second and third statement are correct. Correct answer is option B. Okay, 16th Finance Commission is going to be constituted, so that's why it is in news. So the thing is, there are acts also, the Finance Commission Miscellaneous Provision Act 1951, the Finance Commission Salaries and Allowances Rules 1951, and the chairman of the commission is selected from among members who have experience in public affairs. And so there are 5 members in all, one is chairman, and the 4 members will be having one of the following qualities or qualifications. A, like these members are or have been or are qualified to be appointed as judges of a high court, or second qualification is have a special knowledge of the finance and accounts of the government, or have had wide experience in financial matters and in administration, then have a special knowledge of economics. So these are some of the criterias, right? Any one of these criterias may be considered for appointment of a member. Not all the criterias are important, but there can be members who have, let's say, like who may fulfill one or more criteria. That's the thing. So now let us talk about the previous year question of 2019. Okay, UPSC has asked this question in 2019. It says, in India, which of the following review the independent regulators in sectors like telecommunications, insurance, electricity, etc. So this question is related to how review of functioning of, let's say, like, independent regulators happen. When we talk about insurance sector, in insurance sector we have Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India, IRDAI. So IRDAI is an independent body that regulates the insurance sector in India. But who is going to review the functioning and working of IRDAI? It is done by an ad hoc committee set up by the parliament or a parliamentary department related standing committee. Okay, so that's the thing. If we talk about telecommunication, related to telecommunication, we have TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. It is also, let's say, like looked after by the ad hoc committees that are set up by the parliament or parliamentary department related standing committees. When we talk about electricity, then we do have Central Electricity Regulatory Authority, I think, right? So that is also looked after this. So Finance Commission does not look into these aspects. Finance Commission does not look into this aspect. Finance Commission looks into the aspect of vertical devolution. Horizontal devolution means out of total proceeds that the central government receives, how many, what percentage of it will be shared with the states, and after deciding the percentage, how that amount will be distributed among the states. This is what is decided by the Finance Commission. They look into various aspects to come into decision related to this. Okay, so they give recommendation to the government and finally government implements it. Okay, so Financial Sector Legislative Reforms Commission, no. Niti Aayog, no. Okay, 1 and 2 only correct. Means option A is the right answer in this case. Alright, so with this, let us now move to another topic. This is question number 9. It says the deep trenches have deep foci earthquakes, while the mid-oceanic ridges areas, the quake foci usually have shallow depths. So this question, I mean, like in one statement they have, let's say, summarized so many things related to geomorphology, related to geography. Okay, so basically here we are talking about a phenomena which is earthquake, natural phenomena that happens, and we are talking about some of the features of landforms. Features of the landform means, for example, if we talk about earth, right, if we talk about earth, the uppermost layer of the earth is known as lithosphere. What? It is known as lithosphere. This lithosphere is constituted by, let's say, earth's topmost layer crust, and it also has oceanic regions as well. Okay, so like, we have oceanic regions and we have, let's say, landforms on the top part or soil. When we talk about oceanic regions, in the oceans, let's say, like, we do have some features. Okay, so there can be break in the oceanic plates. These breaks are known as generally mid-oceanic ridges. Okay, they are known as mid-oceanic ridges. Sorry, RIDGES. Mid-oceanic ridges means, like, if we talk about the ocean floor, if we talk about sea floor, in the sea floor, in the ocean floor, there can be some faults, right? So through these faults, magma, lava may come up. So these are known as mid-oceanic ridges. Through the mid-oceanic ridges, what happens? Magma, lava, etc. erupt, and mid-oceanic ridges lies where we have, let's say, like, plate boundaries, continental or oceanic plate boundaries that are moving away from one another. We have divergent plate boundaries. So they are known as mid-oceanic ridges. If we talk about this particular thing, there can be fault lines that can be very deep. So in this article, they have talked about deep trenches have deep foci earthquakes. Okay, if we have a deep trenches means, like, the fault line is very deep. So the earthquake that happens, now let us talk about earthquake. Okay, let's say this is the surface of the earth. Generally earthquake originates somewhere, let's say, like, below the earth. Wherever it originates, there we have focus, right? This is known as focus, and in plural form it can be called as foci, right? Focus. And the place where the earthquake strikes on the surface of the earth, this place is known as epicenter, right? This place is known as epicenter. This particular place is known as focus. Okay, so, like, the earthquake happens, let's say, like, around this focus. So it finally impacts on the surface at a specific place that is known as epicenter. So when we talk about mid-oceanic ridges, since, like, they have lesser depth, so the thing is the foci or focus may be near to the mid-oceanic ridges. In case of deep trenches, right, the focus may be at a shallow depth, at a, let's say, like, deeper depth. Okay, so first statement is right. Are you understanding? To understand this particular topic, you need to learn about this thing, like geomorphology. And not only this, you need to learn about oceanography also, because you need to learn about ocean floor, you need to learn about some of the theories, right? The plate tectonic theory, you need to learn about sea floor spreading theory, you need to learn about what are mid-oceanic ridges and all. Only then you will be able to understand in deep about these topics, right? Although since it's a previous year question, so we are being little quick to explain these topics to you. Then we have second statement. It says plate tectonics has empowered geologists to predict an earthquake a few days in advance. This is wrong. We cannot predict that earthquake is going to come tomorrow, day after tomorrow. We cannot predict in advance when the earthquake is going to happen. But what we can predict is, we can identify the locations where there is possibility of earthquake coming. Why? Because these locations are located on the fault lines. These locations are located on the plate boundaries or plate margins. They are located in the convergent plate boundaries, divergent plate boundaries, and also transparent transform plane boundaries, like that. We can identify the places where there is a likelihood of earthquake coming, but we cannot identify when the earthquake is going to come. Okay, because the technology has not been developed much. Okay, so only first statement is right, which is option A. Now let us talk about this question, previous year question. It says, in the year 2007, an earthquake led to a massive radioactive water leakage in largest nuclear plant in the world. In which country did it occur? It is Japan. Okay, 2008 UPSC Prelims previous year question. Now let's discuss about another question. This is question number 10. Alright, so this says, which of the following countries forms the Lithium Triangle? Okay, Lithium Triangle. So which countries? It is ABC, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile. Okay, ABC. So you need to remember ABC. This is the answer, but let me talk about what is this. To understand this particular thing, we need to understand about, let's say, like, map of South America. Let's say This is the map of South America. Somewhat South America looks like this. Here we have three important countries. One of the country is this one. Another country goes up to this point. Then the third country is located somewhere here. Okay. This country is known as Argentina. This is known as Chile. This country is known as Bolivia. So these are the three countries in South America, Argentina, Chile and Bolivia, where they have huge reservoir of lithium. So that's why these three countries are together known as Lithium Triangle. They are known as Lithium Triangle. This is important for us to understand. Okay, they are known as Lithium Triangle. Why we are talking about Lithium Triangle? Because in India there is a, let's say there is a government entity which is known as public sector undertaking. It is known as Khanij Videsh Limited. Okay, so we have Khanij Videsh Limited. So this Khanij Videsh Limited has, let's say, talked with Argentina, right? And from Argentina we are going to extract lithium. What we are going to do? We are going to extract lithium. So the thing is, there is a likelihood that Indian government will receive lithium from Argentina, and Khanij Videsh Limited is going to explore lithium reservoirs from Argentina as well as Chile, right? But these three countries are together known as Lithium Triangle. Okay, it is important for us to understand. Apart from this, from Australia also, the government of India is, let's say interacting with them so that we can take lithium from them. Why lithium is important? Because lithium is used in batteries. You might have heard about lithium ion batteries. Why lithium ion batteries? Because lithium ions batteries will be used in e-vehicles. There is a movement of adoption of e-vehicles. Why? Because we want to make our transportation pollution free. Because fossil fuel based vehicles, for example petrol run, diesel run vehicles, they emit greenhouse gases, they emit, let's say various types of gases that pollute the environment. Okay, we want to, let's say, do our best to stop the pollution. So that's why this is in news. Now this is a previous year question. It says with reference to India, consider the following statements. So they have given, let's say, various statements. It says monazite is a source of rare earths. This is right. Monazite contains thorium. This is also right. Monazite occurs naturally in the entire Indian coastal sands in India. No. Then we have another thing. In India, government bodies only can process or export monazite. This is also right. Okay. So option B is the right answer. So these are the 10 questions that I have discussed with you, right? So maybe a map is given. So India closing in on lithium deal with Argentina, tapping Australia and Chile too. Okay. So Argentina and Chile, they are part of Lithium Triangle. Australia is a separate continent altogether. Alright. So today we have discussed 10 questions with you. We are going to discuss rest of the questions and we are going to provide that video in a recorded format maybe tomorrow. Alright. So thank you so much everyone for attending today's session. We hope you have a good time ahead. Thank you so much.